Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm discussing the recent news about the next spin-off that HBO is planning from George's World. Variety reported that discussions are going on about telling the story of Aegon's Conquest next. Even though we're many years away from seeing it, this is a project that I'm really excited about. When Game of Thrones was ending, there was a lot of speculation about what spin-offs we might see, and Aegon's Conquest was always number one for me. What's most interesting here is that they're considering doing a movie first that will then lead into the main series. So that got me thinking that we might see some of old Valyria in this film. It makes sense since there isn't a lot that's going to be going on at Dragonstone before Aegon begins his conquest. I think it would be amazing to see the doom of Valyria on screen, which happened about 100 years prior to the conquest. I imagine the other thing they could do with the film is explain how the prophecy came to Aegon and the events leading up to the new series, but I think that would be a better fit for the first episode of the series. So some of this might be wishful thinking because I'd love to see Valyria. Yet I think the announcement of a film makes it a real possibility. Just think about it for a minute. If we had learned there was a film prior to House of the Dragon, the assumption would be that it'd cover the problem of succession for Jaehaerys after the death of his two sons. And this, in fact, was something George wanted included in the show, the latter years of Jaehaerys. And since Martin is closely working with HBO now, you gotta believe he'd want to see the same with the doom of Valyria. The Targaryens leaving Valyria for Dragonstone was also due to prophecy, so the tie-in here is perfect for what Aegon is going to foresee about the threat from the White Walkers. We're a long way off from seeing any of this, but it's exciting to see where the emphasis is. I think this period is what most fans want to see next. If all goes well, we'll see the film toward the end of House of the Dragon's run, maybe leading up to season 4. And that would set them up perfectly to tease the new show as House of the Dragon concludes in season 4. If you were hoping to see a Jon Snow series, I think this news makes that unlikely. Honestly, Jon's continued story is a project I've never had any enthusiasm for. I discussed all of that previously, so if you're interested, I'll include the link to that video below. But it feels to me as if they're building their long term story out from the prophecy. While it would have made more sense chronologically to start with the conquest, with the disaster that was Game of Thrones' final season, I think they believed that the family conflict and the sheer brutality of the Dance of the Dragons was the best bet to hook the audience back in. I know a lot of people want to see Robert's Rebellion too, and I believe we'll eventually get it, but it's a ways off. I could see them doing the Blackfire Rebellion after Aegon's story is told. We might also get films to tell other periods that don't have the sort of conflict or politics that you need in a full series. One of my favorite eras in Fire and Blood is King Jaehaerys' reign. It's largely peaceful, though, and wouldn't translate well for an extended series, but in a film or miniseries, there's enough material. So we could see some stuff anthology style, too. Anyway, I'm thrilled with this news because it shows that they're developing a long term plan for the franchise, and I really like the path they're going down. I believe at one point, after many series and films, we'll eventually get a remake of Game of Thrones. It'll be the final payoff for all this work they're doing to build up Aegon's prophecy. So, some good news, I think. The future of George's World at HBO seems to be in good hands. It looks like it's going to be their cornerstone franchise moving forward. That's it for this one. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you're interested in more House of the Dragon and A Song of Ice and Fire content, listen to Caraxes and subscribe. I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you soon.